Hello and welcome to Combat Talk Podcast. My name is Charlie and welcome back to another breakdown and prediction for UFC 272's main event as Jorge Gamebred Masvidal takes on Colby Chaos Covington. Let's get into it. Okay, Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal. Best friends turn to bitter rivals. You never see it. Stylistically an amazing fight. And the best thing when you have two people who know each other so well, two best friends who call themselves brothers at one point, they know each other the best, which makes it an even better and more technical fight. And as we can see from the media and the press standpoint, that it has gotten over personal at this point. Masvidal is going by the story from what caused this whole argument when they got kicked out of American Top Team. And Colby left the gym due to a big argument. Apparently, Jorge accused Colby of not paying one of their coaches for coaching for a certain fight. And Jorge ended up paying him in the end, which, if that is true, is very considerate. But of course, when you're trying to get into someone's head and get to someone, that would be one of the main things that Jorge would be looking to do. But it's way more than personal, if you ask me. It's going to be an amazing fight. Stylistically, I see this fight being, I'm not going to say a bloodbath, like an actual brawl, because I think this is going to be a very technical fight. You can't say that it's a mixed martial artist fight, but you also cannot say that it's striker versus wrestler, striker versus grappler. Because in certain parts of the standpoint, I do think that Jorge is a better striker than Colby. Jorge has better jiu-jitsu, but Colby has better endurance, and Colby is a better wrestler. So it's really where the fight goes, it's on who the fight wins. But I'm really excited for the press conference, because this will say a lot, I think, on how the fight will go. As I said, when you have two people who know each other so well and know so much about each other, and how personal I can see it getting and what we've seen over the week, how they reflect and respond to those comments could really play a big factor in the fight, just from a whole mental standpoint. But from a physical and stylistically breakdown, I think I see the fight going in a factor of Jorge working on takedown defense, but not afraid to go to the floor with Colby. And that's just based off knowing each other so well. I'm really excited because I think Jorge Masvidal does have more to lose in this fight. He's coming off two title fights that he unfortunately was defeated by Kamaru Usman, same as Colby Covington. But it's more to lose in the eyes of Masvidal, because I think he is probably, after this fight, or even if he does successfully win this fight, will probably be his last ever title run. He's in his mid-30s, and as a welterweight, a little over 50 MMA fights, he really could be on his way out. And I'm not saying Colby does have much to lose, because he really does. It's not that he doesn't. But Jorge, it's more for him less than he's going to win for the people for this fight. But they both see it as way more than a fight for the rankings. This is a whole personal level. It's gotten way more than that. And of course, it's going to give a big excitement for the fans. But deep down, if you really want to know what they are thinking, I think that Jorge knows that he has a lot to lose if he gets defeated here. And people who are calling Jorge Masvidal a journeyman, like he's gotten his title shots due to his some would say overrated wins in the year of 2020. You know, he had wins over Darren Till, to Askren, to Diaz, and then he got his title shot, and then he got it again, which, if you asked me, was very unnecessary to get a second one when Colby was right there. But Kamaru Usman answered the question when beating Colby and Jorge Masvidal twice. I'm looking forward to see how this fight is going to go. From a Colby standpoint, I think he's going to look to wrestle. I see it a lot like what he's going to do against Tyron Woodley. You know, look to break down, use those body kicks that are very underrated by him. Break down Masvidal, but if you asked me, one of the best boxers, pure boxing, in the whole of the sport is Jorge Masvidal. He has one of the best hands, in my opinion. So I do feel like if he lands on Colby, he will definitely hurt Colby way more than Kamaru Usman. I do think Kamaru Usman does hit harder than both, but the precision and the movement of your punches is what generates more of the power, and that is what Jorge Masvidal is very good at. So I do feel like if he lands on Colby, he really has a great chance of knocking him out. But based off just a smarter fighter in the octagon and how to break down your opponent in a mixed martial arts fight, I gotta give it to Colby. I think Colby will come out here. I give it to Colby on getting the win as well. I think Colby will break Jorge down and just prove why he's a better mixed martial artist in the octagon. As a striker and as a kickboxer, I gotta give it to Jorge, but people have to forget that this is an MMA fight. Two people who know each other so well that I'm really excited from a fan standpoint. But as someone right here who was breaking this fight down, I see domination by Colby Covington. I think he will, to stay on the safe side, he probably will win by decision if you ask me. But if I see the way it goes down and it really happens that way, I think Colby could lately submit him. Now, I could be looking at it the next day and going, I know nothing, I was wrong, and Jorge knocks him out, or Jorge puts on a masterclass performance. But right now, I'm sticking to my prediction. I'm going Colby Covington by late submission.